What is a Sigma male? You might have heard the term since it made its rounds about a decade ago. What's a Sigma exactly? Or, more importantly, are you one? And if you're not, should you strive to be one? Let's answer all those questions and more, once and for all, in this video guide today. It all started with the rise of the terms alpha male and beta male. Different psychologists, coaches, and pickup artists all have conflicting definitions. If that wasn't confusing enough, now there's the term Sigma male in the mix. It's gaining popularity as a middle ground alternative between alpha and beta. Yet, is it really? And more importantly, are you a Sigma male? This guide will sort the term Sigma in the most important context of all, your love life. After all, in the end, it's the only thing that really matters, right? Now, before we jump into the differences between alpha, beta, and sigma, take a moment to give me a quick like. It'll help grow this channel and reach more men who want to master life and love, like you. Go ahead, scroll down, click like, and we'll move right on. Click like now because I'll wait here. Done? Great. Let's continue, okay? So what is a Sigma male? The answer lies in the differences between alpha, beta, and sigma. But what are they, really? According to Derek Rake, alpha and beta are not classifications of men. Instead, they're traits that can be developed by anyone. In fact, that's what he teaches inside Shogun Method. Here's how Derek breaks down the difference between alpha and beta traits. Alpha traits include strength, persuasiveness, and sexiness. In society, high alpha men are the leader types. In romance, they're the guys women have secret affairs with. Beta traits include gentleness, attentiveness, and affection. In society, high beta men are follower types. In romance, they're the men women lock down in marriage. Got that? Great. Now, here's the important thing to know. Every man in the world has both alpha and beta traits in varying proportions. In Shogun Method, all men fall into one of four archetypes. First, there's the loser, who has low alpha and beta scores. Next, we have the equal, with low alpha but high beta scores. Third, there's the abuser, who has high alpha but low beta scores. And last, there's the patriarch, who has high alpha and beta scores. Derek calls these leap archetypes, where LEAP stand for loser, equal, abuser, and patriarch. And naturally, every man can, and should, aim to become the patriarch. Now, before we talk about how Sigma fits into the equation, here's a question for you. Which of the four types are you at this moment? I won't judge, so let's get real. Which archetype are you? Loser, equal, abuser, or patriarch? Type your answer in the comments below so I'll have an idea. No pressure, okay? I'll wait here. Great. Now let's move on. Where does Sigma come in? Here's the answer. Both alpha and beta males suffer one big weakness that Sigma males don't have. And that is, alphas and betas are subject to the rules and judgment of the society. Even patriarch-type men are accountable to society and women. They can be judged good or bad by their lovers, colleagues, and even strangers. And as such, alphas and betas will always feel the pressure to conform to these outsiders. Not the Sigma male, though. In relation to the society, they're off the grid. They're self-sufficient and do just fine outside social hierarchies. Like lone wolves, they are. As a result, very few people, if any, have any power over a Sigma male. No one can impose any rules on him and hold him to specific expectations. In the dating game, Sigma males tend to be those mysterious, attractive loners that women love. So far, Sigma sounds like a sweet deal, right? Here's the good news. As with alpha and beta, Sigma traits can be developed. You can continue your pursuit of patriarch status and add Sigma traits at the same time. How exactly do you do that? With what Derek calls the lone wolf persona. That's how. And I'll show you how to develop the lone wolf persona in just a second. For now, if you learned something new from this guide, do consider subscribing. And when you do, Click the bell icon to be first in line whenever I come up with a new guide. Go ahead, click subscribe now. We'll continue the rest of the guide after you do. Are you in? Great. Welcome aboard. So here's how the lone wolf persona works. Derek suggests doing two things to raise your Sigma score. First, start focusing on a life mission that's bigger than women. And second, escape any toxic hierarchies you're currently trapped in. Let's start with the first one. Right now, in your life, is your biggest, most immediate goal to become successful with women? Is your overarching purpose to get dates, get laid, or get married? If so, then that's a bad sign. It means you're still plugged into the matrix. You're trying to live up to someone else's ideal. And that means your Sigma score is low, and your life is more stressful than it needs to be. Here's what to do. Change your life mission. It might be some other big goal, or constant self-improvement, or to make the world a better place in some way. And the women you meet? They should help you pursue that mission. They shouldn't be your mission. Do you get it now? Yes? Here's the ironic thing. Having a greater purpose makes women feel more drawn to you. They love a man with a plan, so it's a win-win. You get what you want in life, and they get a man they love. Now for the second step. Are you stuck in hierarchies like work, friends, family, or community that are toxic? Chances are you're miserable simply because you're part of these symptoms. So try this. Escape the hierarchies. Is your work environment toxic? Consider going independent or entrepreneurial. Are your family or friends circle toxic? Consider moving away or cutting them off. You get the idea. Likewise, these hierarchies will start treating you better once you're an outsider. Again, it's ironic and yet it's true. Now do you see why it's called the lone wolf persona? You strengthen your alpha and beta traits, pursue a big mission, and escape toxic systems, continuously and relentlessly. By doing so, you'll experience less BS, more freedom, and more success in love and life than ever before. Sounds pretty good, right? You might be thinking, there's got to be a catch somewhere. Well, yes, there is. Even when you achieve the lone wolf persona, that doesn't mean women will start lining up at your doorstep. You'll still need to interact with them to build the love life you want. And so, in the interests of achieving the maximum by doing the minimum, master one more technique. Fractionation. I like to think of it as the weapon of choice for the Sigma male. If you've developed the lone wolf persona, fractionating a woman will be second nature to you. With fractionation, you'll cast a mesmerizing trance on every woman you talk to. You grab their attention, trigger excitement, and spark attraction, all while not giving a fuck what she thinks or how she reacts. Over time, she'll get obsessed with you. The more you interact, the more addicted she gets to you. That's fractionation in a nutshell, and if you're planning on walking the lone wolf route, it may be the only other technique you'll need to master. Ready to take full control of your life? Yes? Then click the link at the end of this guide to join a special online masterclass on fractionation. There, Derek will teach you how to fractionate a woman like a true shogun. Once you clicked on the link, the registration page for the masterclass will come up. Type in your best email address and wait for the invitation ticket inside your inbox. Once you get it, you're in. So go ahead, make the rest of your life the best of your life. Click the link and join Derek's Fractionation Masterclass now. And if you don't see the link, find it in the video description below, or go directly to fractionationhypnosis.com. Do it.